And thanks to Anna and Heidi for editing this amazing project. I'm really happy to be a part of it. And to the other readers for participating in this really necessary action. And I want to just invoke three people for my reading, which is Johnny Cash, who speaks for the disenfranchised by wearing black, and Dr. Seuss, who speaks for the trees, and Leslie Scalapino, may she rest in peace. And Leslie Scalapino is dead. Long live Leslie Scalapino. And the last time I saw her, a few weeks ago, I read her this poem, which is sort of, I wrote a few years ago, and I guess it's kind of a prophetic poem for this disaster. It's called Astonished Fish, and it's after a poem by Maria-Esther Maciel, the Brazilian poet, her poem Peixes Perplexos. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but I translated it Astonished Fish. And it has an epigraph from John McCain from 17th December 2008, where he says, "The fish love to be around those rigs." Astonished Fish. The eye wall favorable for iconicity and ambivalence o bibliothèque. How H. rig shatters the heart and the gut and the spleen of Fanny Freddy infamy. The fish begin to speak queerly, something that never will happen before. Alexander the Great, my contemporary, girding the neck, O Kelka crossroads, what disgorges the libertine's lap in the Ganymede's hole. Maria-Esther asks, why were the fish not given any tediousness, indemnification, and not being held harmless? Then what the heck is love, my Brinkley protocol? And these next two poems are on the Poets for Living Water site. This one's called Who Is Not Your Cousin? Bears may be brutal, but they never did nothing to bruise up the earth. And English is so filled with periphrasis. Metal band seeks basis, in which one searches America backward. I pay money for money. Who holds up their coffee by way of hailing a taxi? For pigeon read rock dove. Jobs that fell through. Say goodbye to the grouper forever, who therewithal, palm and pine, are so thoroughly discomfited. Whose manifest asp. All of them what devastates, her ally who can't stop to mark their thumbs to plug the hole, gushing fruitlessly. Everfish, whose manifest aspect, dear regardless, whose manifest asp, oil gushing unabated. On the way to the airport, you pass by this sad little enclave of horses, whose manifest aspect, dear, regardless. Fisher people now in the employ of BP at Deepwater. Dead sea turtles and local shrimpers laying useless oil booms. And this is the last one I'll read. It's called Whose Brain Pan Literally Creaturely. It has three epigraphs from a reading, the EOG reading that happened here just the other day. From Paulo Javier, Philip Marinovich, and Suya and Juliet Lee. On the contrary, come up simpering, Paulo. Crickets are not giving each other feedback. Crickets are not giving each other feedback, Philip. I am a hammerhead shark, a pair of milky eyes that refuse to triangulate, Juliet. Whose brain pan literally creaturely, who on the contrary come up simpering, creating whole dead zones in the Gulf. A legality, therefore, bristling the loam. Thousands and thousands of patches of oil and water and oil plumes found under the Gulf's surface, the oil and gas together, literally devouring oxygen, which levels currently, 7th June 2010, at 3 milligrams per liter. Animals begin to be stressed at 2 milligrams per liter, so it is soon becoming a dead zone. The ocean is dead. Long live the ocean. Metrology in place of the porgy. Seasonique advertising 4 periods a year. Who says that time of the month has to be every month? Who says that time has to be every time detritus? Kids screaming, "Go meat!" Can I pay you in gum? Shore littered with dead Greeks, dead dolphins, dead pelicans, seagulls unrecognizable as living or dead, creatures made crude, while humans flock to see Sex in the City Islamophobia and queer appropriation. Can I pay you in gum? It's good for consuming media. The first synthetic life form, Cynthia, pronoun it, created by a computer. Bull horn through the toreador's throat. A wizened creature nonetheless, who skins perspective, but the humans, they had got quite profligate. No sauce nor sustenance, de-accessioning the fishes from the very day they withheld their greeting from me. The manatee become the mentor, to shut the person down and render their attack, therefore, inelegant.